there's been a couple more new items since the last time we did one of these update videos with the bear trap. So today we're going to go over what those items are, and then again talk about how they might work out, things I can imagine them being like, etc., etc. Okay? So smoke bomb is the first one that actually came out a few days ago. I didn't make a video about it though. And what it says is it creates a cloud of smoke on impact, duh, smoke bomb, and reduces perception of ridden, hiding cleaners inside the smoke. So I got a few thoughts about this immediately. The first one that my brain goes to is this is going to be great for snitchers, because one of the ways that they work is they need to see you. If you've ever shot a snitcher and then it gets blasted behind a wall or something, they won't scream. In case you guys didn't know this is totally a thing with snitchers. They don't scream unless they can see you. You can shoot them and they'll go, wow, and like they make their crazy noodle noises that they make, but they're not going to scream at you, not until they have line of sight. So to me, this seems exactly what that would be for, right? This is going to be the item that you use to counter something like the dark, where you have all the mutated snitches. And then another obvious one I think is, let's say there's a stinger or a hawker. Well, presumably if you are on the other side of the smoke, they can't see you, so they might miss. And who knows, maybe there's other implications where if you throw down a smoke bomb, then you run through it, then things behind you might lose where you are and they have to retrack you or re-find you, that type of thing. Now, there are some things that go through my head that make this a little confusing, which might make it mean that there's something else going on with it. So it's a smoke bomb, right? You can't see through the smoke bomb. So if the ridden can't see you, well, that would also mean you can't see the ridden. And to me, this presents a big problem in something like Swarm, because I'm pretty sure the ridden can see the survivors at all times. They always have their auras up, so they know where to go to get them. But I don't think that's the case when you are playing Survivor. So I uploaded this video twice already and things keep messing up on my end, and I'm sorry about it. And I tried to fix something and that didn't work again. So here I am for the third time. But during the meantime, while I was doing all these uploads, one of the people who was in the comments down below, their name was Fat Albert, and they left a really good comment regarding the smoke bombs. And something that they suggested was making it so that the smoke bombs would hide the auras of the survivors inside of Swarm mode, which I thought would be really cool. Make it, I mean, now to me, I don't know really what that would all mean. So that could mean something like making it so that if a ridden walks through the smoke, then they can't see survivors for a little while. Or maybe that would mean if the survivor walks through the smoke, then ridden can't see them for a little while. But I thought that was a really good suggestion. And during the meantime, while I'm sitting here messing up my video about 2 or 3 times in a row, I figured I'd add it, because why not? So let's continue. Another thing I think that could be interesting, which is the exact opposite of what reducing visibility is maybe it just makes it so things are marked, or maybe at least mutations or something like that, right? Things that walk through the smoke bomb get highlighted, so it makes it really easy to shoot them, or maybe they take the increased damage like a marked for death kind of thing. I know it's supposed to reduce visibility, but as long as it's just reducing visibility for the ridden, I think it's kind of the point, right? And then that would make it so that the smoke bomb is a little less favoring the ridden inside of Swarm mode. Because at least if a tall boy gets close, they'll get marked or something, right? One other thing I could see this being kind of useful for is, again, you need line of sight, right? Well, I'm pretty sure in order to jump at you as the breaker, they need to have line of sight, right? So what this might introduce is the opportunity to throw a smoke bomb in front of yourselves while the breaker is advancing towards you. And then that lets you go, maybe hit it with a marked for death ping, and then you can know where you got to shoot to take out weak points. And that would make it so that the breaker doesn't ever get that initial jump off, and makes the breaker situation way easier to deal with in like a cramped scenario. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other things that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head, but if you guys got any ideas, let me know what you think of what they could do with a smoke bomb. Now, on to the next one here that has been released is the bait jar. These are the only 2 that I know of so far. Who knows if they have more things coming, but the bait jar here attracts common ridden upon impact. So the initial thing that I think of here is that there needs to be something more to it other than that, right? Because we already have a couple items that do that. The firecrackers literally do that. And then also the pipe bomb, I mean, has the extra explosion effect. So in my mind, there's going to be something else going on, because there's no way they would just have 2 of the same item unless they're just trying to make it so there's less explosives about. But I'm pretty sure back in the day that you could go ahead and throw these jars back in Left 4 Dead, and they would go ahead and cause ridden to attack, or zombies to attack the thing that was marked, right? That's initially what I thought of when I saw bait jar. I was like, oh, you could go ahead and throw that at a mutation, or maybe throw it at a boss, and then all of the common, because it attracts common, would go ahead and start attacking that thing. I think that could be a cool thing for it. But I don't think we have to stop at attacking mutations or attacking bosses. Like, I don't know, have them attack anything. Have them attack Doors. Oh, yeah, have them attack doors. Make it so that these things make it so people can attack doors again. That'd actually be really nice. So it's not just toolkit land. Make it so this'll have the ridden attack a alarm door. Sure, why not? Or heck, throw it at a car or something, right? I think something that people really underutilize in this game is the cars. So if you throw a bait jar on a car, one of the nice things about that is that the ridden are gonna beat the crap out of the car, and then the car will blow up once a bunch of ridden are already on top of it, rather than hoping that the ridden are on it. Make it so they just attack anything. I don't know. It'd be kind of fun. Make it so that it's purely meant, I don't know, maybe not purely, but more focused on something for like a boss. Because one of the problems that the game kind of has right now is the flashbangs are just way too good against things like a breaker or like a hag. I mean, not so much against the ogre, but flashbangs are just way too good. So maybe what you could do with something like a bait jar is have it be like a redirect kind of item for bigger targets, but then also make it so flashbangs aren't as almighty. So then that could help make it so that this item's useful against a boss, right? But then also make it so that flashbangs aren't just obliterating everything constantly, because again, flashbangs trivialize all the higher level content in the game right now. They're so strong and they're so cheap. So I would have to flesh this idea out more, but the idea is that flashbangs are a little less all-encompassing and that you get a more specialized boss deal with their type of item. And who knows, maybe the way you deal with stuff is just by having common attack with things. But again, I think the bait jar presents an opportunity to make the flashbang a little less crazy. Yeah, look at that again. I talked about this with the bear trap. Look, if they have that little symbol. Is there anything on the smoke bombs? Yeah, they got these symbols on them again. What are they? Okay, so I talked about this with the bear trap thing, and I was like, okay, who's writing on all your stuff? And I totally, like, I said it was like something with the tunnels, but I totally forgot that it was literally on the nemesis weapon. These symbols gotta mean something. There's somebody has a crayon and they're just writing all over everything. And I don't know, I can keep going deeper, right? Like, let's say you're concerned. Let's say in the situation where they could attack doors, right? Well, why use a toolkit then, right? Well, I mean, one of the arguments is that you'd want to have something else in your offensive slot, kind of the opportunity cost thing. But I don't know, maybe after they get that good sniff, they get aggressive or something, or they get more crazy. I don't know, make it so that there's a reason that when you use this, you got to think about what you're doing. I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff they could do with it if they wanted to. These are just some ideas that immediately came to my mind. And again, I'm sure if you guys have any other ideas, let me know in the comments down below. And who knows when or if more stuff's going to be coming out, but I'll let you guys know. So please subscribe down below if you want to see that. We also stream almost every single night, twitch.tv/SwingPoynt. That'll be in the description and also the top comments. And yeah, again, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video that we do around here.